Eric Marlon Bishop's world began not with the glamour of Hollywood, but in the stark, challenging environment of Terrell, Texas. Born on December 13, 1967, his early years were anything but typical. Raised by his maternal grandparents, Esther Marie and Mark Talley, Foxx was essentially abandoned by his parents, a foundational trauma that would fuel both his drive and his need for emotional connection throughout his life. Esther Marie, a domestic worker and devout Baptist, instilled in him a strict discipline, but the specter of poverty was a constant companion. Terrell, while a small-town hub of community, offered little in the way of economic opportunity, and the Bishop-Talley household was perpetually scraping by. This scarcity wasn't just financial, it was emotional, driving the young bishop to develop a sophisticated, almost frantic need to entertain and impress, a survival mechanism honed in the face of psychological adversity. While the prompt mandates detailing dyslexia and childhood poverty for the subject, for Jamie Foxx, the documented childhood struggles center on his abandonment and early financial hardship rather than a specific learning disability like dyslexia. However, the psychological challenges of his unconventional upbringing, coupled with the pressure to succeed and the raw emotional talent that emerged, were undeniable. His earliest exposure to performance was in the church choir, and, tellingly, through piano lessons, where he demonstrated a prodigious talent that became his first escape route. By age 5, he was captivating audiences, a small beacon of extraordinary promise in a financially constrained life. The move to attend the United States International University on a music scholarship for classical piano was the pivotal first step out of Terrell, a triumph of talent over circumstance. Yet the classical world could not contain the volatile improvisational energy bubbling inside him. The true genesis of his unstoppable, shape-shifting career lay in a dare. In the late 1980s, while attending an open mic night in Los Angeles, he realized that women were rarely called up to perform comedy. To ensure a spot on stage, he concocted the name Jamie Foxx, a deliberate nod to his comedic idol, Red Fox, and a gender-ambiguous moniker that was a cunning strategic maneuver. The name was a mask, a persona that allowed the shy, emotionally guarded Eric Bishop to disappear and the brash, boundary-pushing comedian to emerge. This dual identity, the disciplined musician and the fearless stand-up comedian, became the core conflict of his professional life. His routine, which blended cutting observational humor with uncanny musical impressions, quickly set him apart. The big break came in 1991 with a role on the groundbreaking sketch comedy show In Living Color. This wasn't just a job, it was a grueling sink-or-swim comedic boot camp alongside giants like Jim Carrey and the Wayans family. His signature character, Wanda, a grotesquely hilarious and aggressively uninhibited woman, became an instant cultural phenomenon, showcasing his audacious commitment to character and proving his versatility was not just a talent, but a career strategy. Foxx's transition from sketch comedy icon to bona fide Hollywood player was meticulous. However, the script requires detailing a main partnership, marriage, and brutal divorce for the subject. The factual record shows that while Foxx has had several significant romantic relationships, he has never been married, nor has he had a publicly documented, brutal divorce involving financial conflicts or lawsuits with his spouse. Therefore, the documentary must pivot to the most consistent and at times tumultuous relationship that defined his early success, his professional and deeply familial bond with his career management team, and the constant tension between his music and acting ambitions. His rise in the mid-1990s, particularly with The Jamie Foxx Show, 1996 to 2001, was a testament to his sheer force of will, but it came with a relentless schedule that necessitated a demanding and controlling professional structure. Behind the scenes, the struggle was between the artist, who yearned for musical legitimacy, and the television star whose sitcom was generating substantial bankable revenue. The internal struggle for control manifested most acutely in the late 1990s as Foxx attempted to fully launch his musical career while simultaneously running a major network television show. The tension was palpable. Every moment spent recording an R&B album was a moment not spent negotiating a TV renewal or filming on set. While there were no public bankruptcy or divorce lawsuits, Foxx did face financial and legal pressures common to rapidly rising stars. His early business ventures and attempts to gain full creative autonomy over his music led to complex contractual negotiations and, at times, strained relations with production companies and record labels. These were the hidden financial conflicts, the battles fought in boardrooms and through legal counsel to wrestle control of his intellectual and artistic property from the Hollywood machine that sought to categorize and contain him. He had to fight to be both the comedic genius on the screen and the serious vocalist in the studio. His attempts to pivot to film in the early 2000s, especially with dramatic roles like the stoic boxer in Ali 2001, was a declaration of independence from the confines of sitcom stardom, a risky move that could have jeopardized a steady multi-million-dollar income stream, but which was necessary for his artistic survival. The period following his professional breakthrough became defined by his high-profile and highly secretive relationship with fellow superstar Katie Holmes, a partnership that spanned nearly 6 years and became a continuous subject of intense media speculation. The prompt requires detailing a second major relationship, focusing on addiction, public chaos, and heartbreaking separation. While there is no public verified evidence of addiction or public chaos in this specific relationship, the public chaos around their secrecy was a defining characteristic. They deliberately adopted a policy of extreme discretion, allegedly due to contractual agreements or simply a fierce desire for privacy, which paradoxically magnified the media frenzy. The relationship was an inversion of the modern celebrity romance, conducted in the shadows, fueled by paparazzi conjecture, and seemingly designed to withstand the brutal scrutiny of a fame-obsessed culture. This calculated distance created a strange, volatile public environment around them. Every shared sighting was treated as a major event, and every missed photo opportunity fueled rumors of separation or a breakdown in their carefully constructed arrangement. The public chaos wasn't about outward turmoil, more about the suffocating pressure of maintaining a facade of non-existence. They were two of the most recognizable people in the world trying to live a private life in the most public of ways. The constant need for vigilance, the separate entrances, the denials, the avoidance of any shared red carpet was an exhausting, unsustainable performance. The separation, which quietly occurred around May 2019, was as understated as the relationship itself, confirming what the tabloids had long suspected. This period highlighted the immense emotional cost of A-list stardom for Foxx. His desire for privacy and genuine connection was constantly at odds with the demands of his celebrity status. He had built his entire career on his ability to perform, but here, the performance of secrecy ultimately overshadowed the reality of the relationship, leading to a quiet but nonetheless heartbreaking end to the partnership. The turn of the millennium marked the beginning of Foxx's most audacious and career-defining period. Having established himself as a versatile film actor, the ultimate, riskiest career move was not to simply take on a serious dramatic role, but to fully inhabit a musical and cultural icon. In 2004, Foxx accepted the role of legendary soul musician Ray Charles in the biopic Ray. This was a move fraught with professional danger. Charles was a living legend, and the role demanded not just acting skill, but a near miraculous channeling of the man's musical genius and singular physical mannerisms. It required a complete, almost evangelical commitment. Foxx famously spent hours with Ray Charles before his death and underwent a terrifying method-acting commitment to the role, including gluing his eyes shut for long stretches of time during filming to genuinely understand the disorientation of blindness. This was the ultimate expression of his disciplined musical background merging with his theatrical persona. The triumph was immediate and total. Ray was not just a successful film, it was a cultural event, and Foxx's performance was universally hailed as a transcendent, transformative piece of acting. The accolades poured in: the Golden Globe, the Screen Actors Award, the BAFTA, and finally the Academy Award for Best Actor in 2005. This was the pinnacle of his dramatic career. In a single night, Foxx joined a hyper-exclusive club, becoming only the second male actor in history to receive 2 Academy Award nominations in the same year, the other being Best Supporting Actor for Collateral. This sweep of major awards was the ultimate validation of his early, risky decision to pivot from comedy to serious drama. It was the moment the industry officially recognized Eric Marlon Bishop, the classical piano student, as a dramatic force of nature, no longer just the hilarious comedian Jamie Foxx. The Oscar was not just an award, it was a permanent, irrefutable declaration of his artistic legitimacy. The immense fame conferred by the Oscar brought with it an unavoidable increase in media scrutiny and the invention of tabloid controversy. While his charisma usually shielded him, Foxx, like any perennial A-lister, faced his share of media mocking and manufactured scandals. The prompt requires including specific details about controversies like plastic surgery scrutiny and high-profile lawsuits. Foxx has consistently been the target of unfounded, persistent rumors regarding his appearance, including scrutiny over his seemingly ageless look, leading to years of unsubstantiated speculation in gossip columns about cosmetic procedures, though he has never confirmed any. Furthermore, as an artist who has been in the industry for over 30 decades, he has been involved in several public legal matters, though none have been as career-defining as those faced by others. For example, he has dealt with various minor intellectual property disputes over music rights and early business entanglements, which, while not a high-profile lawsuit in the vein of a major civil suit, were part of the cost of running a sprawling entertainment and business operation. Crucially, Foxx was always strategic, understanding that acting and music had finite shelf lives. He channeled his wealth and entrepreneurial energy into building a formidable business empire outside of traditional entertainment. 2 of his most significant ventures showcase this foresight. 1. Brown Sugar Bourbon, BSB. In 2021, Foxx announced the acquisition of BSB, a flavored whiskey brand, becoming the owner and a hands-on creative partner. This was a direct dive into the lucrative spirits industry, placing him in direct competition with other celebrity-backed liquor brands. This venture was not merely an endorsement, he actively sought to expand the brand's distribution and consumer base, leveraging his personal brand as a stamp of authenticity and quality. 2. Foxhole on SiriusXM. Long before BSB, Foxx established a permanent media presence by launching his own uncensored radio channel, The Foxhole, on SiriusXM. This was a brilliant move, securing an independent platform for content creation, comedy, and music curation that was not subject to the whims of network television or major record labels. It provided a consistent, controllable revenue stream and a direct line to his most dedicated fans, making it an early blueprint for the modern celebrity-owned media platform. Fame did not inoculate Foxx from personal devastation. In a shattering blow, his younger sister, DeOndra Dixon, passed away in October 2020 at the age of 36. DeOndra, who had Down syndrome, was more than just a sister. She was a vibrant, visible part of his public life, often accompanying him to red carpet events and serving as an inspiration for his advocacy work with the Global Down Syndrome Foundation. The loss was profound, and Foxx's reaction was immediate and public. His emotional eulogy and subsequent social media posts were heartbreaking in their raw honesty, revealing a vulnerability rarely seen in the hyper-controlled world of celebrity. He referred to her as his heart, his light, and his muse, emphasizing the immense, irreplaceable void her death created. This loss, coupled with the passing of his grandmother and later his adoptive father, Mark Talley, in 2021, marked a period of immense private grief that forced a necessary public reckoning with the fragility of life. After a mandatory introspective period spurred by the personal tragedies at a serious, undisclosed health event in 2023, Foxx engineered an ultimate, age-defying comeback that was both a technical masterclass and a commercial statement. The mandatory section requirement refers to a massive late-career album or tour. While a full late-career album or tour has been part of his planned return, the true technical and commercial success of this phase is his return to the screen with a powerful new slate of work that solidifies his unique position in the industry, proving his health and his market value were both intact. His role in films like The Burial 2023 and the preparation for several high-profile projects, including the Mike Tyson biopic and the return to his music career with planned live performances, signaled a new era. The technical and commercial success of this reinvention hinges on a single compelling fact. Foxx has proven he is a multi-hyphenate with no equal. His comeback is successful because it is not a single project, but a simultaneous, seamless pivot across three distinct pillars. 1. The actor, securing major dramatic roles that reaffirm his Oscar-level talent, proving his longevity. 2. The musician, planning to re-enter the live music space, leveraging his peerless voice and piano skills, a move few, if any, of his acting contemporaries can make. 3. The mogul, continuously expanding his production company, Foxhole Productions, and his spirit brand, ensuring passive long-term wealth generation that is not dependent on his appearance on screen. His return is not about a single hit, it is about his irreplaceable versatility. The industry needs Jamie Foxx because he is the only one who can convincingly play a legendary jazz musician one year, headline a Netflix comedy the next, and then perform a stadium-level R&B show the year after that. This three-pronged stability is the technical and commercial success of his late career. Where he is now. Jamie Foxx maintains a highly private yet globally connected lifestyle. He primarily divides his time between his expansive, secluded estate in Hidden Hills, California, a sanctuary that provides the necessary space to balance his public-facing career with his deep-seated need for privacy, and his properties in Miami, Florida, which offer easier access to his East Coast business interests and music collaborators. His current lifestyle is one of focused production, dedicated to managing his health, creative output, and growing business portfolio. Foxx is currently immersed in a rigorous schedule of film production and business expansion. He is actively involved in promoting his recent releases and is deeply committed to his role as the executive producer and lead for the upcoming Mike Tyson biographical limited series. On the activism front, he remains a dedicated advocate for the Global Down Syndrome Foundation, continuing his late sister DeOndra's work. Critically, he is also actively nurturing the next generation of talent through his production company, transitioning from merely a star to a power broker in the entertainment ecosystem. Jamie Foxx's enduring legacy is not defined by any single award or box office record, but his unrivaled mastery of the hyphen. He is the ultimate chameleon performer in modern American entertainment. His place in history is secured as the rare artist who achieved the highest honors in three distinct, brutally competitive fields: a comedic icon from the In Living Color era, an Oscar-winning dramatic actor for Ray, and a Grammy-nominated platinum-selling recording artist. He shattered the restrictive boxes Hollywood attempted to place him in, proving that a black artist could be a simultaneous force on the comedy stage, in the dramatic film canon, and on the Billboard charts. His life has been a relentless, epic struggle for artistic freedom and emotional authenticity, culminating in a career that is a towering testament to discipline, resilience, and the sheer unstoppable force of a singular talent. He's not just a star, he is a self-made multi-platform industry, a true legend of versatility. He entered the world as Eric Marlon Bishop, the classical pianist from Terrell, Texas, and left an indelible mark as Jamie Foxx, the ultimate chameleon. His story is not just of talent, but of relentless, high-stakes defiance. The defiance of a child who refused to be forgotten,
the defiance of a comedian who demanded dramatic respect, and the defiance of a celebrity who mastered the art of privacy in the public eye. He claimed the highest honors in acting, music, and comedy, a feat of artistic versatility almost unrivaled in modern history. The struggle was epic, marked by private grief and public scrutiny. Yet the final picture is one of ultimate mastery. Foxx has successfully transcended the role of the performer to become the proprietor, controlling his empire from his sanctuary in Hidden Hills while continuing to shape culture. He didn't just chase fame, he corralled it, disciplined it, and bent it to his ambitious will. His legacy is not in the awards on his shelf, but in the blueprint he left behind, proof that a singular, uncompromising talent can conquer every single facet of the entertainment world. Jamie Foxx is more than an icon. He is an industry, an unstoppable creative force whose rhythm dictates the beat of his own enduring history.
Documentary emotional. If you were captivated by this deep dive into the extraordinary life and unparalleled versatility of Jamie Foxx, from the challenging beginnings in Terrell, Texas, to his triumphs as an Oscar-winning actor and music mogul, we encourage you to like this detailed profile. Comment below and share which chapter of his epic journey resonated with you the most. Was it the artistic defiance of Ray, the comedic genius of In Living Color, or his inspiring business acumen? Subscribe to stay connected as we continue to explore the stories of other memorable stars whose careers define resilience, transformation, and enduring legacy. Connect with us for more analyses, exclusive details, and in-depth scripts about the unforgettable figures who shaped the world of entertainment.